It's just the body was not meant to have a bunch of ink and paintings and pictures for somebody to go in, sane of mind and dead sober, and have someone put stuff all over their body and paint a sleeve on their arm. It just, to me, it makes no sense. And I think most of these people down the road are going to wish they hadn't done it.
They may have felt they were expressing their individuality, but they have permanently harmed themselves and made themselves unemployable.
Ready for this?
Yeah. Let's do it.
What used to be associated with sailors and bikers is becoming more common among your chefs, coworkers, and neighbors. This shift in society runs parallel with the rise of individualism. The majority of Americans had decided that self-expression was too important for artists and writers to monopolize. Everyone should have the opportunity to develop their inner potential for self-expression.
I was hiking with some good friends on Mount Tam, and they were going to go get a tattoo on the weekend, and I said, why don't we go right now? While I have the courage to go with somebody with me, so we did.
A little henna style rose that's on the side of my chest because I didn't want my parents to know about it.
I never wanted one, basically. And then one day I went and got a tattoo just on a whim, no rhyme, no reason. And I really, really, really liked it.
The first tattoo is on my left leg, and it's just writing across the shin. It says, "Music is life."
Got a lotus, and a lotus grows from the mud, so it's like you grow out of your tough times.
We saw these two turtles holding flippers together while we were snorkeling, and I went, oh my god, that's really cool, I want to get a tattoo of that.
Prior to the 1960s, American individualism focused mainly on the political domain, freedom to speak our minds, to pursue our religious beliefs, to live where we choose. But the 1960s ushered a radical extension of individualism, broadening it from political domain to personal lifestyles.
I think there's a lot of ways to express your individual artistic self, if you will, but I think it's perfectly okay if you choose to undergo the pain and you have an idea of something that you want, that you know you'll be happy with the rest of your life.
I think anything can help people express their individuality, anything from clothing to tattoos to how they do their hair. It's just part of expressing how you feel.
The tattoo population is still growing in the US. Statistics show that it has grown 13%, and the number of people with 2 tattoos or more has doubled since 2007. But this growing population has also raised questions about individualism. John Stuart Mill advocated for individualism. He noted that for a healthy society, individuals should be free to act as they wish, without harming others. Mill made it clear that without individuality, conformity would ruin our nation. Yet as more and more people are getting inked, the question is raised whether tattoos still represent individuality or if they've conformed to popular culture.
Tattoos are in Fortune magazine, tattoos are on TV, tattoos are on clothing, it's in the mainstream. Tattoos are popular, so, that's not, popularity isn't necessarily being an individual.
Tattoos have become more accepted in society, and so people look at the person's face rather than their tattoos.
A lot of people have tattoos, and you're gonna be hard fought to find anyone without a tattoo in the next 10, 15 years. I think the problem with tattoos often is that people treat them like a trend, and they need to treat it more like a life choice that's gonna stay with you forever than a passing trend.
But it is here, at this intersection between individualism and pop culture, that we have discovered our problem. In this generation, individualism is inherently a part of pop culture. People are constantly urged to express themselves through creativity, art, and lifestyle choices. Yet people with tattoos are still facing oppression in the workplace. The culture of individualism has clashed with the conservative business owner.
No employer is obligated to hire you if they think that you're going to hurt their business. So don't get a tattoo where you can't cover it up unless you know for sure it's not going to hurt you down the line.
If you're going to be an employee who's going to force the issue on your employer, you're going to lose. You're the one who needs the job.
In all the jobs that I've ever done, I have never had, you know, an inability to do my job or help someone because I have tattoos. Unfortunately, because there is kind of a stigma around tattoos, I do have to cover mine at work because, you know, customers or guests might find it offensive.
I had a woman grab me at the grocery store, spin me around, and tell me that I didn't look like one of God's children.
I think they're fine. They're a personal expression of how you feel about whatever the reason you got the tattoo.
Tattooing is coming out of its dark ages, becoming more popular and more common. People are finally starting to realize that having a tattoo doesn't make you a criminal or an outcast. It is your individual way of artistic expression.
The longer we go on, the more people will have it and the less taboo it will become.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't regret any of the tattoos I have just because if it's not as good of a tattoo as it is another tattoo, it was a learning experience.
I like them now, I'm gonna still like them when I'm 80 years old. Who cares what they look like when they're wrinkly, because you're gonna be wrinkly too.
Wrinkly and boring.
She said, I've never seen anyone your age with tattoos. And that was pretty funny.